Hi Openboxes users. In this video we are going to learn how to add an inventory level or stock level to a product for a particular warehouse. So the first thing you want to do in order to follow along with this tutorial is find your warehouse. Now hopefully if you're looking at inventory levels you've already gone through the introductory videos and you know that in order to choose the correct warehouse you just scroll through your choose location and then click on the warehouse you prefer, and that will bring you to your dashboard. So I'm already on the dashboard for the warehouse that I'm going to be working in today, Reorder Pharmacy Warehouse. So in this warehouse, I want to set inventory levels for some products. What does that mean? What is an inventory level? Well, inventory levels encompass a lot of different things. One is the inventory level is a way to say whether a product is supported or not supported in your depot. Two, inventory levels are a way to set minimum and maximum and reorder quantities for your product. And number three, inventory levels are a way to set bin locations, preferred bin locations for the items in your depot. So inventory levels can do a lot for you. They're very flexible and they're all location specific. So every inventory level that I set is going to be specific to Reorder Pharmacy Warehouse. So I know that sounds a little vague right now, but let's just dive right into an example so that you can see exactly what this functionality can do for you. So first of all, I'm going to go to my product page. I'm going to choose one of my favorite products, salbutamol inhalers. And now that I'm on my stock card, I'm going to go to Edit Product. Now the Edit Product page gives you a lot of tabs with a lot of different options, right? You can edit your details, your sources, and then you may notice that here we have a tab for stock levels. Okay, so what can we change on this stock level tab? Well, as you can see, there are a bunch of different fields that we can fill out. So what I'm going to do is I am going to show you how to create a stock level. I'm going to click down here, create stock level, and this is going to give me a pop-up bar. So the very first thing I need to choose in order to create a stock level is choose the inventory. The inventory is what warehouse are you working in? Like I said, all of these things are specific to your warehouse. So I'm going to choose Reorder Pharmacy Warehouse, and then I have to choose a status for my product. There are several different statuses. The ones that we use most often are supported and not supported, but there are a variety of different options that you can go through, including stocked and not stocked, formulary, and inactive. So I'm going to call this a supported product. What a supported product is just this is a product that we want in our warehouse. We want it to show up on all of our inventory reports, and we want to track it. That's sort of your basic status. Most items should be supported unless you're actively trying to hide them. So then I have a bunch of other things that I can set for this product in this location. The first is bin location. Now, it's important to note that this bin location is actually the preferred bin location, not necessarily the actual location where your stock is. So as we all know, when you're managing a warehouse, you might have things in multiple bins, and you probably are tracking what is in what bin at the lot level. So Openboxes has functionality to do that. That is not what this is necessarily meant to do. What this field is meant to do is for you to record what is the bin location we want to be putting this product in. So when your warehouse team is going to do a put away, what bin location should they try to put this in as long as there's space? So it's a free text field. I'm just going to write pharmacy shelf 1. And this field will appear both on your product stock card and also on all of your put away workflows. The next thing I can add is my ABC analysis class. So for those that aren't familiar with ABC analysis, it is a way of designating which are the most important products that you want to count the most frequently. So there is no logic related to this. The system won't prompt a count, for example, based on whether you say this is an A, B, or C product, but it will appear on the stock card, so it's useful for a reference point for your warehouse staff to know how often these products should be being counted. So let's say this is a level A product. Now, minimum reorder quantity and maximum quantity can be interpreted however an organization wants. You know, what your minimum quantity is will be different for everyone. But the general guideline is your minimum quantity is a number that you never want to go below under any circumstances. So you should always have this amount in the warehouse. You might set it as something like 1 month of stock, or if you're in a more fast-paced environment, 1 week of stock, or in a slower-paced, 2 months. Whatever you choose, it should be the quantity that reflects the absolute minimum that you want to keep in stock. So in this case, I'm just going to say 10. That's a really small amount. So we'll say we want to have 10 in stock. Your reorder quantity is a little bit different. Your reorder quantity is not your absolute minimum. It's the point at which, if you notice that the stock has gotten that low, you need to reorder. So it gives you a little buffer above your minimum stock because you want to be reordering before you get to your minimum, right? In order to give time for those products to arrive. So in your reorder quantity, some people might put 2 times the minimum quantity. There might be a specific algorithm that you use, whatever you want to do. These are all just like numbers that you type in. We don't have a formula. So whatever formulas you want to use to generate these numbers, you can just type in what your final reorder quantity is. So I'm going to say 50 is our reorder quantity. And then the maximum quantity is the quantity that you don't really want to go over. So ideally, we don't want to have more in stock than this quantity. People usually, many people will set it at a certain number of months of stock that they consider overstock. So we never want to have more than 12 months of stock of a product. But like I said, this can be used in a lot of different ways. So as long as you're using it in a standard way across your organization, it really doesn't matter how you choose to use it, as long as everyone is using it in the same way. I'm going to say it's 12 months of stock, and 12 months of stock in this case is like 120 inhalers. Then finally, this preferred for reorder button. All this does is show you, is this a product that we want to be consistently reordering, or is there another version of this product, etc., that we want to reorder, or maybe we didn't like this product. So 90% of products will be preferred for reorder, but you can uncheck that if it's something that that you've discovered that you don't like and you don't want to order again. It's just a reference. It doesn't have any logic in the system to prompt what you order. So those are all of the different fields on the inventory level / stock level page. You don't have to fill out all of them, and you don't have to fill them out for every single product. It's really about what makes sense for you. So for example, you might want to put in preferred bin locations for every single product, but you don't put an ABC analysis class for any. Or maybe you'd like to only use the minimum quantity and the maximum quantity and not the reorder quantity. It is completely up to you. This is totally customizable. You can decide which fields you actually want to track and which products you want to track them for. So I'm going to save this, and then I'm going to show you where this data actually appears once we've added it to the product. Okay, great. So now I have a stock level for Ringquavu Pharmacy Warehouse for a salbutamol product, and I can see here all of the different fields that I filled out for this product. I can also see who last updated it, or when it was last updated. Just to show you how this looks, if there are multiple warehouses in the system that also have stock levels for this product, there are just lines below. So if I very quickly create an inventory level for Harper Warehouse, you can see how they appear in a list here. So you can see which inventory it's for, and then all of the associated data. And if you ever have any desire to change these, you can edit them. You can clone it, meaning to create a duplicate, and then you can also delete your inventory levels. So now that I've added that, what does it do? Where does it show up? Well, let's go back to our stock card first of all. Now you'll notice some of this information appears on our stock card. First of all, you can see your ABC classification. Now you can tell on the stock card that it's A. Your preferred bin, that was empty before, now it's Pharmacy Shelf 1. So these things appear as a reference for anyone who's looking at this product in this warehouse to see what the expectations are for this product. Now you can't see your minimum and maximum quantities here, but what you can see is this little status up in the top right corner. Now, since we set our maximum quantity at 120 and we have 7,912 on hand, Open Boxes is looking at that and saying, oh, you're over your maximum quantity, and therefore this label here is overstock. We have overstock of this product. Similarly, if you have none of this product, you'll have out of stock. And then there's also a reorder label if you're below your reorder quantity. So that also just gives you a really quick visual check of where exactly you are with this product. You know, how close are we to stocking out? What do we need to do to deal with this product? So there are a couple other places where this information shows up. One is on your dashboard. So you'll notice on this inventory summary group by product, we have reports for above maximum, below reorder, and below minimum. So maybe when you've looked at that in Open Boxes before, you've thought, oh, wow, what are those? I don't know what those do. This is what they do. So now you'll be able to see every product for which you have set a stock level. You'll be able to see them on these reports. So you'll be able to see all of the products that have a stock level that are over the maximum, that we have overstock of. And you'll notice our product that we just talked about being overstock is now on this list. And this report is downloadable as a CSV, as most of our reports are. It's the exact same with the below reorder and below minimum reports. They look just like this, and you can also download them as CSV. Just to reiterate, items only show up on these reports if you have set a maximum, minimum, and reorder quantity. OpenBoxes isn't going to tell you that something is below its reorder quantity if you haven't entered it, because how would OpenBoxes know what your reorder quantity is if you didn't enter it? So you need to make sure when you are using these reports that you have truly entered this data for all of the products that you care about, because otherwise these reports are going to be meaningless. If you have entered the inventory level data for all of the products that you care about, these reports are going to be incredibly useful to you, because then you'll be able to figure out what are your stock problems in a really easy snapshot way. So the other main way that you'll be able to use this data that you've just entered in your inventory level is during the put away process. We have other videos showing the put away workflow, but I'd like to walk through it really quickly here just so that you can see exactly where the preferred bin that you just entered appears. So I'm going to go to put aways, create put away. And then I'm going to search for my product. Great, I have this item that I can put away. And now you can see on the page where I select my put away bin, I can also see my preferred bin. So not only am I getting information about what bins this product is currently in, I'm also getting information about what bins it should be in. This also appears in our put away list. So if I open my put away report, once again, you can see my preferred bin there. So this helps during the put away process for the warehouse team to select the best possible bin for them to put away in. So that is a quick introduction to inventory levels. We will have another video soon about how to import inventory levels so that you don't have to do each product one by one. Thanks for watching.